Welcome everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Wreck and Roll, a show where a bunch of internet friends just hop in together and play some Dungeons and Dragons. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Hoard of the Dragon Queen, we're on episode 14 of Wreck and Roll. So we're going to be wrecking and rolling tonight in a bit of a different point of view you guys haven't seen the crew with so far. Last episode, they finally returned to Greenest, successful in their mission, bringing back the sought-out monk, seeking out to bring back about over a dozen prisoners, actually, from the captured raider camp of enemies and dragon-like creatures, cultists that were invading the camp. They bring all those guys back. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. So they finally found their way back together, rallying up in Greenest, as was the plan. Had a big party in the local tavern, was thrown in their honor. Governor Nighthill praised them and everything, yada 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 yada. They went to bed with many women. It was a fantastic evening. And now they're gonna continue waking up the next morning. We're gonna see where stuff leads them. It's a bit of a shopping day. It's a bit of replenish our supplies, tweak our gear, sharpen our weapons, and we'll see where it leads them, what the next part of their quest will be. So thank you for tuning in. Roll them D20s for critical hello. Enjoy, kick up your feet, grab a drink. This is a recording that we did the beginning of August, actually. So I'm like a month ahead in all of our recordings. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, where we try and stream this live every Sunday evening. And if not, I'm putting all previous episodes on youtube.com/user/Snoozarmy. So check that out as well. So follow, enjoy. I'm going to be chilling and chatting with the crazy cats. Have a great episode. It's about 2 hours and 5 minutes long, if I recall. Enjoy, guys. Take it easy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Wreck and Roll. Continuing on from where we were last time is pretty much the party frantically made their way back to Greenest. Finally. Hoping to get a few days relaxation. Hoping be the key word. So they made their way back. They rescued the monk. Brought over a dozen prisoners home. Everyone rode back in the sunset towards Greenest. It was a beautiful sight. Pretty much everybody unscathed. Fairy tale ending, guys. Partied in the Greenest Ale pub for the rest of the evening. Woke up the next morning, met with Leeson at the breakfast table at the bottom of the inn. He asked them a favor with payment, which would be to return to the plateau and see what's going on in them caves. So the party negotiated that they needed a few days, they needed supplies, they needed time to relax and to prep, clear their minds before they head right back into the fire pit they just came out of. So that is the plan, and we're going to kick off just as Leeson left that morning to head to Brutus, try and come back with any form of supplies that he possibly could. In the meantime, the day is yours. You guys are in Greenest. Beautiful day outside. The more people, it seems like every day since we were there yesterday and from when you guys first left Greenest, there just seems to be more activity, more people in the town center, in the most populated areas of the city every time that you guys are there. So it seems to exponentially be retaking its daily activities and getting back on track as construction continues, renovation of stuff that was burnt down. There has still been no reinforcements that have shown up from the major cities that were called upon for aid, whether military, supply-wise, or just any form of general help from neighboring cities. However, the town does seem more and more alive. So you guys, Leeson just left the tavern. What do you guys do? You're still sitting at a table with each other, so feel free to discuss amongst each other or tell me, I'm getting up and going to do this. Just let me know.
How much gold do we have, guys?
I don't know. I got my own written down. I'm not sure how much you guys got.
I think it might be a good idea that we start to like pool together our stuff, versus keeping track of it separately.
To be honest, with my reparations and my black powder too soon to be needed, I'm broke.
Okay.
I only have about 10,000.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Did you hit the Powerball?
Out here it's called the power.
They drew those 3 white stones and you matched them all. It's weird how that worked. I'm sitting on just over 600.
Holy shit.
I'm sitting at 214 gold.
I got 87.
So I am moneybags. Okay.
The barbarian.
I have 160, but basically like nothing, since just my weapon itself is gonna cost me like 125 to repair.
Damn.
Something I've also been thinking about. I think it might be time we leave these boots behind. They're probably going to fetch us a pretty penny if we can trade them or sell them. If we come across anything that is more useful. It's something that has been fun, and God knows I love just jumping like a goddamn jumping bean. But it's not really assisting us in the way that, some better equipment could be, and things like that. So if you guys come across anything, I would be open to selling these or trading them for the better of the party.
I also have written down that we have like 3 diamonds and a pearl.
Yes. I sold the pearl.
Okay. And a bunch of copper.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have almost 1,000 copper, but who cares? Do you guys want to walk together and just see what's around town?
I mean, I have business of my own. I don't know if you guys want to follow it, but
you've been traveling with us a long time. What kind of business is so secretive anymore?
I mean, I gotta find like black powder somewhere and just like a workshop to work on my stuff. But I mean, if you guys want to follow through, feel free. But if you have your own thing to do, just go ahead and we'll meet up.
Yeah. What time do we meet back up if we all go our separate ways? How much time do you need, Willie?
I mean, I honestly don't know. It depends. Sorry, it depends like how long it's gonna take for me to find if anyone here has black powder, and how long it's gonna take if we have any to anyway like repair my weapon if there's a workshop. There's a lot of ifs. Could be a couple hours, could be a day, could be more.
Well, either way, I'm assuming this inn is like our base for now.
Yeah, I mean they have our rooms upstairs. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we'll just meet up here then.
What are we gonna do with all this stuff in the haversack?
Anything worth money, let's just sell it and get the gold value, I think, at this point. If it doesn't have a use for us immediately, let's see what we can fetch for it. I don't know how much gold this town has anymore because they've just been raised, but if any sort of trade may be a boost to the town, it might help.
Did we get paid for doing it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
So that's probably first on the agenda, yeah?
Yeah, maybe we should start by getting the money in as a group, and then after that separate if we need to.
All right. What do we charge?
Night Hill.
I I go up and ask the bartender if we owe anything for the rooms last night. I forget in our drunken celebration if we had paid or...
It was in the house.
She goes, no worry, it's on the house. It's the least we can do for you guys, you know. Hell, everything. For one night only.
Alright.
Next night you pay. But you're welcome back anytime.
Are we all staying here tonight?
Most likely.
Yeah.
All right. Can I get rooms for the 4 of us again?
Sure.
I'll just pay it up front.
What do you want to pay me?
Whatever the going rate is at your establishment.
Typical. Where's this inn? How long you guys staying for?
I believe 2 days, and we may come back after, but we'll be setting off in about 2 days to save the world.
5 gold?
Okay, I give him 5 gold.
Cheers.
That sounds like a rub, but
Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna fight him. We were paying 2 silver in Fandalen, but you know, it's fine.
I mean, we're in a rough spot lately, and
No worries, no worries.
this isn't actually a hotel, so...
I happily hand it over. Oh shit.
As you guys, like, the rooms that you guys were in, it was 2 rooms, so it actually is, like, basically her house.
Oh god. Is it if it's too much? We can find another place. We'll happily pay for the alcohol and beer tonight. We'll give money that
darling,
way.
no worries. We don't mind. You feel free to walk around town if you have any questions. Don't be shy. Second floor is yours as long as you guys want it. You've done more for me than you can imagine personally. So it's yours if you want it. There's other inns around town. Just let me know.
All right.
You can have this back if you want to look around and get back to me.
You're all right. Thank you.
But this is definitely the best place for some ale.
Noted.
All right.
We going to Governor Nighthill?
Fine. Yeah. Put on our ass-kicking shoes.
All right. You guys are bounding up to the top of the gates. Main gate is wide open in Greenest Castle. Really not as busy as the last time that you guys were here. Since the last time you guys were here, the bottom area was just like filled with wounded and families cowering in corners of the castle, just trying to protect themselves and worrying for family members.
And they sound the alarm.
Does someone need to leave for a fire alarm right now, or are we good? Okay. Max, is that us?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
I don't think my building's on fire, guys, so we'll be good.
You just see smoke creeping in from the side of Snooz's screen.
Roll a d20. Okay. So, you guys walk in, and yeah, it's really just pretty much limited to a small dozen guards. Just on the bottom part. It's not, you've definitely established that, you know, military strength is not their thing. So, not too many people, actually. You're now actually noticing that the castle seems really way too big for the population of this town, but hey, it's a castle on a hill, so it's pretty cool.
Guys, we
where are
can
you
have
guys
a chance to install a council here.
Just a big table in the middle.
Yep. Looking for either Escobar or Governor Nighthill.
Okay. You wander around. I mean, you can easily ask guard. Either way.
Yep. See one.
Yep.
Have you seen the governor?
Sir, Governor, I believe, I believe he's in his quarters speaking with Sir Escobar.
Are we interrupting, or do you think it's all right if we just go?
You can probably go.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Do we recognize this guy?
You do actually. You do. He is the guy that offered to fight when the half dragon, was looking for someone to challenge. He was the one offering to fight since his sister was missing.
So he wants.
I look pretty good for a dead guy, huh?
Very impressed. The name's Marketh.
I'll give him like the old B script.
Oh yeah, he B scripts you right back. He's actually wearing like full breastplate armor. They seem to have upped their gear, or had time to better equip themselves now. All wearing like shiny breastplates and stuff, with those funny feathery hats. And he goes, "Thank you. You brought back my sister. Last night. So, if there's ever anything, I mean, shady or not, any questions? Like, seriously, don't be shy, ever."
I look at Theren, I'm like, sounds like this is your guy.
Like, this is your guy. Don't tell Escobar I said that. But, you know, I owe you a lot. Thanks. Up here! So he walks up with you guys. Enter the quarters. I can't remember if I ever described Nighthill to you guys. Nighthill basically has like this. He's a bit more late middle-aged man, we'll say. Brown turning grayish hair. This well cut short beard, and like long thin hair, not full bountiful hair at all. He's always quite recognizable because he always has like these blue cloaks on him. Usually very well dressed. Not wearing any armor. When you first met him, he did have his governor's special armor on, but now he's just wearing like his typical blue cloth, noble like clothing. Escobar is next to him, same thing. Shortish man, very basic beard. I think I described him to you.
Escobar is a dwarf, right?
Escobar's a dwarf. Yeah, he's also quite recognizable because he always had like this long red cape. Well, I mean, relative for his size, but it does drag on the ground behind him, and he's got like these metal shoulders that kind of stick out, and it kind of like hangs from the sides, so it looks kind of majestic on him. Hence the name Escobar the Red. All right. So again, you see both of them just sipping on something, discussing amongst themselves around the war table. Not looking at anything in specific, a map or anything on the war table, just kind of discussing daily business amongst themselves. Escobar's there with pen and paper. Hey, laddies! Coming to get your fee, aren't you?
Yeah.
Among other things.
You know it.
I figured that'd be the first thing that I would do. I'll fetch it for you. So he heads out. Governor Nighthill greets all of you. Welcome, my friends. Other than that, did you have any business to see with me?
It's only been a week, but I forget. Was he at the little celebration party? Did we already clue him in on what happened?
Yeah, he was.
He was there when you guys were there last night. He just kind of gave a speech to, like, you know, say thank you, these guys saved everybody, blah, 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 we owe you a lot, cheers, hurrah! If anything, don't be shy, town is here for you to help you guys do what you gotta do. But I don't believe you briefed him in detail. You kind of gave him an idea, I think, at your table. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I look over to Theren and I'm like, do you want to let him know kind of what we all went through? You battled a damn dragon on your own. You saw the worst of it of all of us.
Yeah.
Well, now you have no choice but to fill me in. Have a seat, please. If you'd like some tea, let me know. Anything else we can acquire for you? You're good.
No, I'm good.
Never too early in the morning for a good ale.
I'll have one sent up immediately.
Basically tell him that I got to where the where they're all being kept, the prisoners. And I tell them what Leeson told me about. They were trying to summon somebody. We had to find a hatchery. They're getting ready to leave within a week's time. That's all I remember.
Well, that's great news. If they're getting out of here, I'm more than happy. Do you have any idea where they're going?
I don't think you understand. If they're getting out of here in a week, that means their plan has progressed along as they want it to. Them leaving is probably not in the best interest of all of us.
Well, this was more than just a raid to steal all of our belongings?
Yes. And then I fill him in on what I heard from the leader's camp about raising the goddess and sacrificing toward that end, and the talks of the dragon hatchery, which I believe we know where it is within the camp.
Okay. His face immediately goes kind of pale to a cold sweat, and immediate concern just like overwhelms him.
And then I say, it's Tiamat. I don't know much about dragons, but Leeson, the word and name alone terrified him, and his blood ran cold.
Well, and what part did my small town have to do in all of this?
From the sounds of it, it was more them raiding and stealing and gaining gold as a potential sacrifice and gift to raise the goddess. It's seeming they've collected a large mass of riches and gold and treasure, and that was, I believe, part of what the raid on Greenest was all about, as well as other small towns as they've moved along in their plan.
Kind of turns around and like goes back to you guys, and you just hear him like fiddling with some papers on the table behind him. Not for anything in particular, he's just kind of fiddling and just kind of assimilating all this information. Turns back around and goes, frankly, I don't understand half of what you just explained to me, and I think that this is beyond any of you or me or anyone in this town.
I would agree, except that Leeson seems to think that we need to go right back into the camp ourselves.
And where is this Leeson fellow? Might I have a chat with him?
He went off to, what was the name of the city?
Brightest?
That place. To
Burdusk.
warn more... Burdusk, yes.
Yeah, Burdusk.
Yes. To warn more of his people who have been studying and informing and keeping up with the doings of this raider camp.
Well. Okay. I mean, we've already sent help to the major cities, and I still don't think help is anywhere nearby. Do you think we should still be reinforcing, or we should... From what you're explaining to me, it seems like they did their business here and they've moved on.
It's hard to say. They know we came and rescued the prisoners. They nearly caught us.
Did
They
see your faces?
They nearly killed us.
Is there any way they can trace you back to Greenest?
They know every prisoner that they took from this city was rescued. And they know they all live in Greenest. And I keep hearing that war horn. Are we under attack?
I don't know. I keep on looking outside, but there's nothing out there.
The muffins are ready, if you'd like some.
I don't think like you should stop fortifying your castle. I mean, in the first place, that's why you guys' village ended up getting beat up as it did.
I mean, look at this castle. It's beautiful.
I know.
Greenest in general, you want it to thrive and expand.
I
And
know.
I think reinforcements are beyond this. If we survive this goddamn plan and plot against the world, You can continue to expand Greenest, and I think this is the first step either way.
Well, we need to reach out to more powerful organizations who have the means, much more than I have any means of, to do anything for nowadays.
Who are you referring to?
We need to get the Lord's Alliance involved.
We have already sent word to Fandalen. We have a member of the Lord's Alliance on the local government council, and we sent that before we left for the Raiders camp the first time. I hope that word was received, but we don't know.
Well, I've never heard word of Fandalen. I have no idea what that is.
It's a shithole, but it's our shithole.
Much obliged. Well, in that case, I think that we should double up the outgoing word of this information. I wouldn't flaunt this information in the streets. I would appreciate you not spreading mass panic among my populace. And if possible, I would be very careful to whom you share this information with. I don't know this monk you speak of. I don't know if he's trustworthy. I don't know if the people he's reporting to in Brutus are trustworthy. I've heard stories about that town. But I would...
We walked up on him getting the ever-living shit ripped out of him. That he was definitely not a friend of the cultists.
Well, the way it sounds, you all escaped way too easily.
We got very lucky. Very lucky. And I look over to Horcrux. Very lucky.
I feel there's a story there. Perhaps some other time. Excellent. Well then, in that case, I'll send out more ravens, maybe some riders. Once the people I sent word for actually arrive. And I can spare to send out more riders to the farther cities who could come to our aid.
How long do you think that would take?
They should be here any day now.
Okay.
In theory. On horseback from Baldur's Gate and Candlekeep and Burdusk. They should be here shortly.
Hey.
We're looking to gather like provisions for our next trek into this place. Can you help our buddy over here, Liam?
William?
Can you direct him and see if
The
William?
fuck did you call me?
Can you help our friend over here, Willie, find what he's looking for?
And what are you looking for exactly?
I'm gonna take a bullet out.
Okay. Oh.
And
1 second.
open it.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bullet out and like open it with a dagger or something to get the powder out.
Okay. I'll explain to you how your gun works. The bullets, you can make them yourself. The
No,
bullets,
I know that, but
yeah.
I still need to put them in something, right?
No, the black powder, you load your gun with the black powder. And then essentially when you pull the trigger's going to ignite the black powder, which will send your just simple metal round bullet flying. So there's no actual powder in the bullet like a shotgun shell or something. You basically, you take a shot, you reload. Every time you reload, you like manually reload. You basically have very simple, basic muzzle guns. Like you shoot, muzzle, powder, reload, shoot, muzzle, powder, reload.
All right. Well, I will show him some black powder then,
Okay.
and ask him if he knows what it is, and if he has any way of getting some.
He's gonna have a look at it. Oh. This, my dear boy, is of the rarest resource in these regions.
Well, I need it.
Interesting.
We would not have escaped without his black powder. We would be dead. Your townspeople that we rescued would be dead. This man needs black powder.
Cam takes a moment to think. As he's thinking, Escobar comes back in. He goes, "Hey, I got the pouches for the lot of you. I'm counting though, correct me if I'm wrong, Governor, but there's only 4 of them. Wasn't there 6 of you?"
I kind of look grim and say, "Oh, we lost 2 of them," but I don't tell them anything
Shite.
else.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh no, I mean, they left.
I like hide my face.
Okay, well then. He kind of tosses 4 pouches. He like.
I mean, they still helped us like most of the way. I think it'd be fair that we
all
get
the
like
gold.
all the shares.
We'll send them up here and we'll give it to them in that time.
We're actually
Nudge
about to
for
go meet up
crux.
with them. We're about to go meet up with them. It would be easier if we just take it to them. They are our party members, after all.
Nighthill cuts in. He goes, "How about we make a deal?
Oh shit.
We already made a deal.
Escobar, do you still enjoy hunting once in a while?" He goes, "Aye. So? I'm not taking these buffoons hunting with me." He goes, "No. I believe you have a keg of black powder." And he's like, "No goddamn way. You know how much that stuff costs?" He looks at you and he goes, "You actually know how much that stuff costs."
Which is why I absolutely need it.
"So how much do you need?"
How much do you have?
"How much do you need?"
Well, I
All-
need a
All
lot.
of it.
"You know, Governor, I don't get much time to myself, and the only thing I enjoy doing is off hunting some boar in the forest. You know how long it took me to get a keg that size? I'm not sharing that with nobody. It's the one thing I have for me." And I
If-
was like,
You don't give our friend Willie the black powder, there may not be any more hunting parties for anybody. Not for you, not for your buddies, not for us.
"Roll a persuasion check."
Oh shit.
Thank God the guy with 20 fucking charisma
Yeah,
makes the
That's what I
persuasion
was
check.
waiting. Well, the good news is a 12, but my modifier is a 7. No, 8. I'm
Okay.
sorry. So it's a modified 20.
19.
Oh,
No, 12
Yeah,
plus 8. Because
No.
he's
Yeah,
plus 5
8.
charisma and plus 3 for persuasion.
True, okay. That's true, you level 5 now. He's like, "God damn it." Governor says, "How about we hold on to the gold that was meant for your friends, and you can have the powder.
Deal.
And we
Yeah.
use that gold to resupply my friend here, who gets really grumpy when he doesn't get his seasonal hunt in."
Ah, I'll slap him on the back. I'll buy you a beer. You'll cheer up in no time.
He's just sitting there.
I look him in the eyes and I tell him, "Thank you. You're doing the right thing."
"How about if ever you got an extra keg, you bring it back to me?"
Sounds good.
For real though?
Yeah, for real.
Aye.
it's kind of like a little kid when you give him like a sandwich or something.
My next hunt's in 2 months. I need a keg by then.
I will remember that.
Good.
Also remember that he called us buffoons.
Hopefully by then
remember
we're still
that.
alive.
Escobar kind of picks up 2 pouches that were left over, and he looks at Gavin and goes, "Sir, can I hold on to these, sir? As ransom till you get me my barrel back?" Yes. You can see, like, Gavin's just, like, exhausted, because you can see that he's had this damn, like, black powder conversation 1,000,000 times with him. It's, like, the one thing that pisses off Escobar and, like, nudges at his nerves. It's like, yes, you can hold on to the only fucking gold I have left. Fine. That's 250 apiece.
Nice.
That was the accord.
So we all get 250?
Yep.
Thank the fucking Lord.
Right.
So that's how much a black powder barrel costs? About 250 gold?
No, you don't
Well,
know.
technically, like 500 because he held on to 2 pouches of them bitches.
I swear Willie bought some powder before. Oh, but we weren't with him. Never mind. Yeah.
So how much worth of powder do I get?
Escobar kind of brings you over to his room. He kept the barrel in his room. It really was like his barrel. You go with him, and his room is nowhere near decorated like the rest of the castle. It's really like typical dwarf quarters. Like, he's got a bed that's like a foot off the ground. Very basic. Nothing but like furs. Like, the bed consists of nothing but furs. Essentially, he's got like his own little smithy in the corner. He's got like his own little tinkering desk, and he's got like his barrel of black powder, and he has 2 nice front rifle muzzle loaders on the wall as well, which he keeps like behind a glass case, and it's like his babies. Like, that's the worshipped part of the room, you can tell. He goes, "All right."
Just before you keep going,
Yep.
like, how big are the rifles?
His rifles?
Yeah.
Like, one of the rifles is like the length of him and you combined. It's like really long.
It's got an 8x scope.
I mean,
You found it
pretty
in the warehouse.
And the other one is more just like it resembles more of like your shotgun type thing.
Are they both like single shot rifles?
Well, one's a scattergun, and the other's one's a scattergun. If you inspect it, since you're proficient and you're a tinkerer yourself, it's not sculpted the same way as yours. This one's much like
Nicer.
no, not necessarily nicer. It's just like bulkier, a little more rudimentary than yours. But it essentially is a scattergun like yours. Almost more like a square barrel than a round barrel. It's kind of clunky. And the other one is just like a long-barreled rifle, single shot.
Would it be considered like a sniper rifle? Or?
Yeah, it's a rifle, yeah. But like you, who's like inspecting that right now and just glancing at it, he's giving you like the dirty eye. You can't like watch him inspect it.
I just look at him and that's some nice piece of work here. Did you make that yourself?
Me and an old hunting buddy, mostly, yeah. He's sadly not with us anymore, but he's got most of the ingenuity behind it.
Would you be able to do it again if I were to help you?
I mean, I did all like the heavy lifting and the craftsmanship, but he's the one who did all the ingenuity behind it. I honestly don't understand the mechanics of it all. That was all him till the accident, but I mean, I can I can smith for you.
Do you still have the plans or the sketches for it?
No, I don't. Sadly. He actually, you're seeing like more emotion on him as he's just kind of restraining himself from telling more of the story than you've seen emotion on him before. So it seems like a touchy subject for him.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be like impolite or.
Nah, it's fine. People come and go, right? Some more special to you than others, but shit happens in this world.
Well, perhaps we could work on something.
You know how to shoot one of those?
Of course, I mean I have some of my own that I also crafted myself, but I've been looking into getting or making a rifle like this for a while, but that's a really big rifle. I couldn't handle that, but I was looking to make a smaller one that could be using.
Kind of has like a small smile in the corner of his mouth. He's like, "Have you ever shot one of those?"
No, I wish so.
It's the biggest bang you could feel, trust me.
I believe you.
I can only shoot it with a tripod myself. I mean, I'm not much taller than you, so... You know, us wee lads.
How do you carry it? Do you just like keep it on your back, or do you have anything to carry it?
I just carry a sling, and he kind of goes over to his table, and he shows you that, again, that he's got like a tripod that he seemed to have smithed himself, and kind of like, you know, decorated himself. And he also has like a back sling. It's basically just like a sling over your shoulder, and it's like basically a long open leather pouch, a leather casing, until the bottom where it like closes in. So it's like got a closed leather bottom, and then it's open up so you see when you set the gun on it on like the back of on your back, the bottom like holds into place with the bottom being closed leather, and the rest just rests on the rest of the open leather sling.
Well, I'm guessing you must have a workshop here then, right?
I mean, I know how to make bullets and how to load the bastard. That's it.
Okay, I show him my scattergun.
Okay.
See, like when we went to the camp, it kind of misfired on me, and I need to repair it. Would you have like any place where I could do that?
Yeah. I have.
That would be very helpful.
I mean, that corner of the room is all Borden's old workshop, so if you need an actual workshop, that's probably the only one you'll find from miles and miles. Would be probably that setup. I haven't touched it. You see, like the area that he's referring to, he has like his kind of smithy corner where you can tell that like he makes bullets and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's another area that, you know, kind of has more of the tinkering engineer stuff that you would need to kind of measure out dimensions and stuff. If you want to use my shop, you're welcome to it. All I ask is that you keep it clean, you don't steal anything, and leave everything in its place.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much. This is gonna be so helpful.
If you want to spend the day here, it's yours. And, tell you what, we can take a few shots off the top of the castle tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Break it on!
Is it okay if I use a black powder?
Yeah, and you actually go in the corner of the room. He actually has like a keg. He has like a keg, not like you had like little kegs, right? He has like a keg.
Yeah. Is it all mine?
No, dear boy. And he kind of like looks around at your stuff. He's checking it. He goes, "You can probably fill maybe 3 or 4 of those."
Like just smaller kegs?
Yeah.
Okay, and like smaller, like the one I had?
Yeah. Like he sees the one that's like hanging off your belt.
Yeah.
And he goes 3 or 4 of those.
Sweet, that would be great.
And you go near it. It's like 2/3 full, this barrel. So the reason why he was so like reluctant to give any of it up is because you can tell this is like he needed 1 barrel for his lifetime. That was like the 1 barrel so that he never had to get any ever again because it's so hard to find.
Yeah.
Take it, just bring whatever you take back to me at some point, or if I don't know, send me some by some merchant from wherever you come from, and just want to refill what you take. I don't intend on finding any more before I die.
Yeah, I will repay you as soon as I can.
All good, my boy. I have much respect for tinkerers, so I understand your craft. Do what you gotta do.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna start working on it then.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna. Well, first I wanna like start making ammos.
Yeah, so you're gonna start doing your thing, working there for the day. You're basically gonna spend the day making ammo, pretty much.
Yeah, I wanna spend a day to make ammo and repair my scattergun.
Okay. Doing that, probably gonna take you the day.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
That was
He heads
the plan.
back out. He comes back and goes, by the way, Marketh is gonna stay here. Not because I don't trust you, but... Yeah, somewhat because I don't trust you. So he just leaves the door to his room open with, like, a guard posted. So.
Fair enough.
Good luck. I'm around here if ever you need anything. Don't be shy.
Thank you.
So you guys wait, and Escobar comes back into the room. After you had that discussion, he goes, "Well, your buddy is gonna be stuck there for till the end of the day. So if you have anything else to do, what?
What happened?
Gun accident."
I look at him dead in the eye, and are you serious?
Do you think I'm serious?
Gun? He got shot? Did you just shoot him?
No, but he was looking at my fighting arm, and didn't you hear the shot go off?
Fuck, I go running.
As you run, he just kind of stops you in the chest and goes, "No, it's fine. He's fine. He's working on making some ammo and stuff like that."
You ass.
It's in our blood.
I agree. I do go just double check where Willie's at. Hey Willie, I think we're going out. If you're good here, do you need us to pick you up anything?
I mean, potions, I guess.
You know,
apart
Horcrux
from-
will buy like 95 of those. We're probably fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there's anywhere, like, sure, but apart from that, I should be good. I'll be getting all I need today here, so.
We'll keep a lookout for anything useful and let you know if there's something we come across.
Sounds good.
Willie, I do think, however, that you are going to need, for making ammo, I think you are going to need, like, some form of ingots to, like, smelt into bullets and stuff like that.
The guy doesn't have any here?
I mean, yeah, he would. I guess.
If he does, like, I'll give him gold for it. I'll give him some gold for that.
Okay, so let's say that you arranged that with me. Would have asked him that before he left. Because yeah, it is like components and stuff that you do need for crafting. I think. Wait, so let me pull up. It doesn't say anywhere like the cost of anything, right?
It does for like regular equipment, not for his fancy guns and bullshit.
Yeah.
Which somebody else just so happened to have. We should have asked him what his friend's name was. Percival.
I mean, like, would it be like ball bearings almost? You could make a shit ton of ball bearings for 1 gold piece if that's essentially what he's making.
Essentially, what you need would be like the cost of like metal ingots, because he has like his tinkerer's tools to do all that. But he just needs to like melt it into bullets and stuff like that.
Right, right.
So, let me find something just so I know the cost. Because I think we've talked about the cost of black powder, but I don't think we've talked about the cost of materials for making ammo.
Iron. A pound of iron says it's 1 silver piece. I don't know if that helps you.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Did you find that? Yeah.
That's cheap as fuck.
Figure like in, I don't know, in an hour. In an hour, you can maybe do like 10 shots. Maybe? No, figure you got a tray. An hour in a case. Figure in an hour you can do maybe like 20 shots.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I have no idea.
Figure, just so I give you an idea, the way I picture it is you'd have maybe, because you'd have to like melt down the metal, right? And I figured that in your tools you'd have like this sort of ice container, like, where you just fill them each with like hot metal, like just like, I figured you'd have like 10 holes, then you'd close it up, the bullets would solidify, and you'd have round bullets. Make sense?
Seems legit.
So figure in an hour you can make maybe 2 of those. So an hour, we'll say, write that down somewhere. An hour, 20 bullets.
Well, I can't really write that down right now because I'm not on my setup, but
I'll write it down for you.
an hour for what? 10 bullets?
20.
Okay.
An hour for 20. So if you're doing a full 8 hours.
Oh wait, I can write it somewhere on my character sheet.
Yeah, and I'll write it down just so I remember it too.
You have to file them down and then to make them round.
Yeah, I'm just remembering, you know, the process from various movies and other forms of entertainment.
There you go. I wrote it down.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's say an hour. An hour is a silver piece and 20 bullets. Good?
Okay, it's 1 silver piece. Okay.
For a pound of iron. So essentially you need to buy like iron ingots, pretty much.
Yeah, and 1 silver is for the 20 bullets.
Yeah, well basically 1 silver buys you 1 ingot of a pound, and then you smelt that down into like 20 bullets. That makes sense in my book. The expensive part of this is the black powder. That's the rare resource. It's not the bullets themselves. The bullets is just time.
That's cool.
Cool! Glad we've established that, guys. Woo! This is all new to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Willie tells you, Alaric, that he's okay.
Cool. Yep. And I go back to Horcrux and Theren and say, fellas ready to go shopping?
Yeah.
And like a bunch of schoolgirls during back to school season, we go shopping.
I was telling that to Max the other day. I was like, you know what? I miss back to school season. And he was like, fuck no. So much fun. Okay, you guys bound out of the castle. Where are you headed?
I guess any random street urchin to tell us where the fuck to go.
Okay. As you guys go out of the castle, you see, from the top, like, as you exit the castle, you're on a hilltop, right? So you get a good view of the rest of the town. Layout of the rest of the town, if you guys are looking at the map, this is the temple. Whoa, so big. Do you guys see what I'm pinging right now?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I gotta zoom out or something.
Oh, is that a dragon? No, we don't see anything.
No. Yes, zoom out. Dee-dee-dee-dee.
All right.
Good.
This is much bigger than Fendalen.
Yes. Are you guys seeing where I'm pinging?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the Temple of Tamora that you guys initially spoke to. Night Hill the day after the attack, and Joffrey about the monk. Next to it, right here, these two buildings here, near town center. The one on the right is the tavern where you guys stayed, the Greenest Inn, and right next to it is the Greenest Stable, that the one-eyed blind woman that you rescued stays and manages. Down here to the far bottom right of the area is the castle. It is the sanctuary of the Great Mother. The main religion here is it's a temple of Chanti, who is another goddess, basically the goddess of the harvest, essentially, which makes sense that they would have a temple to her in the Greenfields area of the Sword Coast, which pretty much relies solely on bountiful harvests and stuff like that. That's pretty much that for this. And then town center is right here, where is the area where you see the most activity right now.
Fellas want to go amongst the people?
Let's.
Let's go.
Okay. You guys head down.
Oh no.
As you walk down town center, you go past another tavern called the Thirsty Camel. You walk by an inn called the Green Rest. Okay. You walk by, as you get to the town center, you see that there is a few trading houses. One called the Happy Dragon Trading House. The other one called Dreas and Sons Provisions. You see another one, which is just essentially a bunch of markets of carts called, which is kind of like an arrow indication saying that it's like the Market Green. Probably the main areas that you see. Happy Dragon Trading House seems to be more simple magic item focused. Dreas and Sons Provisions seems to be more equipment and rations and just everyday supplies.
Okay. Well, let's have some fun first. I'd say let's go to the Happy Dragon.
When we walk in, we start going like this. Oh, look at, oh. And the montage is just like stores.
A Nimbus 2000!
You pick up a wand and the hair starts flowing. Okay. So people who are in the carts... What, Max?
I'm wearing a Nimbus 2000 shirt.
That's actually
yes,
true.
no way.
He legit is.
Yeah.
It's funny. So in the town center, you guys head to the Happy Dragon Trading. So you guys, all four of you walk in? All three of you walk in?
Yeah.
Okay. We hear a bit of an echo on yours, Max.
Wait, what do you mean?
I hear myself echoing on you.
Yeah.
Same.
Is your door closed?
No, is your volume out on your Skype right now or something?
Oh, hello?
Yeah? That's better.
Maybe.
Okay.
No, because I unplugged my mic for a second. Because I was like grabbing a bite, but I guess it's using like the tablet's mic.
Yeah, it must. All good. Okay. So, you guys walk in, expecting to see something much more grandiose than you do. You walk in and the shop has been pretty ravaged. It's pretty sad looking. There's basically 3 guys inside, 2 of which are just kind of helping each other fix a shelf There's still a lot of like broken glass in the corner of one area. A lot of the belongings here seem to have been taken. And one guy that was just kind of like pointing them on like how to like level it and everything. Two younger kids are helping him. He turns around and goes, "Hi! Oh my God! Customers! Oh boy!"
Potential customers.
He like hurries behind the counter, and then he looks back and goes, "Hey guys, what can I do you for?"
Oh, you okay?
I look at Horcrux.
Fuck. Hi. We're looking for provisions and magical items.
Yeah. I'm kind of short on those, but I have a guy coming in on a caravan, and he should be here like any moment now. And he's from our like shop line, and he should be able to replenish my stock. He should be here any moment.
I look around.
Wait it out.
Like minutes?
Days.
I mean, normally he should be here today. The normal route takes about 2 days to get here, so he should be here soon. I'm hoping today. If ever you guys see like a caravan strolling into town, I mean, you're welcome to drop back in here after. Sadly, in the meantime, I can supply herbs, vials. I can supply basic equipment. Just what are you looking for? Let's start with that. I'll take notes. He's like takes out an inkwell and.
I ask him if he knows what fuck, I don't even know what it's called. A herb stasis pack.
Oh. Yeah, I actually do have like 2 of those. I'm guessing that damn kobolds had no clue what that was. They only took all the shiniest stuff, which was 90% of my shop. But I have one of those ugly pouches. You fellow herbalist?
Somewhat. I dabble here and there.
All right.
All
right, remind me what it's called?
I think it's called a herb. I gotta look it up real quick. It's in the thing.
It's in the thing.
The herb stasis pouch.
Okay, that makes sense. Uno momento. He goes, "And you, sir? Anything for you?" He looks at Theren and then Alaric and Theren.
No, not really. I'll probably wait until you're resupplied, and I'll probably come back.
Fair enough.
As far as what you have now, I'm curious if you have any enchantments on a great sword or a great axe.
I mean, I'm not an enchanter per se.
But you partake in the buying and selling of those items. I'm wondering if any happen to have come through your shop and weren't ravaged by the assholes.
Not really. Whatever I had, I feel, was either... I mean, it's kind of interesting when the whole attack took place. I'm Urgarth, by the way. Nice to meet you folks.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Your shop looks great.
I'm trying. Yeah, we're trying to get back, stuff happened.
Did this all happen during that whole raid?
No, they had a party last night.
First thing that happened is that people from the town broke in and stole all the weapons I had. And then the kobolds took whatever was left. And I just hid behind the counter. And then popped back up and everything was broken and gone. So, yeah, that happened.
Do you believe some of the townspeople still have a few of your items?
I mean, maybe. I brought it up with Governor Nighthill, and he said he's going to do what he can to have people, but I think people are still kind of shaken up. In case they come back, I guess. Doesn't matter. We're a big company. I got some stuff coming in. I got insurance for this type of stuff. So that's cool. I mean, we'll roll with it.
Baldur's Gate Insurance. You got your back.
All right. I guess for the time being, do you have any basic great swords?
That you can see with the other guys across the street.
Okay. And I assume you wouldn't happen to be a clothier. I'm wearing this tattered, nasty bearskin bullshit, and I need something that is more fitting.
He actually leans in like, ooh.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
I am clean. In this, not so much.
No, I don't, but there's a tailor in town that might be able to help you.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Thank you.
He gives you, like, the general idea. Why can I not find this damn pouch anywhere?
I don't know. Your shop is kind of a mess.
Oh, is that the DM speaking or?
Yes.
I'm not blaming you by any means. I understand why, but that's probably why.
So it's called a stasis pouch?
Yeah,
Stasis kit, maybe?
herb stasis pouch. At DM's discretion, you may acquire a special stasis pouch that holds up to a dozen herbs in stasis to prevent them from rotting after foraging. These can be purchased at an alchemist shop or perhaps acquired through performing a special favor for a shop owner or specialist NPC.
Okay. So he goes up behind and he comes back, and he goes, I found it! I got two!
Can
Want
I
two?
look at them?
Sure. You have a look at them, and they're like these little pouches with like a little drawstring. These basically simple looking leather pouches that expand quite a lot on the bottom, and when you open it, you see several like small individual leather compartments, probably for like sorting out different herbs and stuff inside them. And when you pull on the drawstring, you hear the like, and you see just a little slight flicker of an arcane green seal, just kind of like.
Do they look like
Yeah.
like they've been beat up or like used or anything like that?
I mean, the magic still works on them.
On both of them, right?
Yeah, it's a very basic magic. It's really like when it closes, there's just like this magic stasis seal that kind of.
How much are you asking for said stasis pouches?
30 gold each.
I have a bunch of empty vials. Well, I threw them away because they kept fucking up my stealth checks. And I tell them, if you fill those up with, if you give me 10 empty vials, which are pretty much worthless, I will give you 60 gold.
So, wait, you want 60 what? You want 10 vials?
Yeah, like just empty vials that he has.
So 10 vials and 2 pouches for 60 gold.
Yeah.
Make a quick percentage check.
Got him on these guys. Wait, he's 21. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Boom.
Sounds like a deal.
Give him 60 gold.
Okay. And he hands over 10 vials in a wooden rack. He's got them like in a wooden rack, and he kind of puts that in front of you. Just kind of like vials of tubes with like a cork on top.
I really just took garbage out of his hands, guys. We'll be shop later. I thank you for the pouches, and if you get any, I don't know if you mess around with potions of healing.
I used to have some. I mostly sell them to the guardsmen here and the mayor. Rest of the town folks, as you can imagine, don't have much encounters in the wild. But this would be the one place to go in town when I do have some.
Well, we'll be back, and if you do get some in your wagon that's coming along, would you please hold them for us?
Yes, sir.
We'll check back before end of day, just in case.
Sure. If you want, I can hold on to your coin so that I can guarantee it for you.
No. That's all right.
Just a convenience offer. Can get heavy, in there.
What
We're
would you
pretty
give us in trade?
My word. As a fellow merchant honored by the Merchants Guild. We have a code to follow,
Does it involve taking money and not getting any item in return?
You will get items in return when I have them.
We'll be back.
Sounds good.
We'll be
Have a nice day, fellas.
You too. Can you type his name in the thing so I don't forget, so I can write it down, please?
Garth
please.
Brooks.
Close.
Or goblin. Sounds like a
Urgark.
goblin.
This town is like 80% human, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You've pretty much only seen human and dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there with a halfling, a half-elf, a tiefling, and a dwarf.
Yeah. Kind of stick out. All good?
From around the world, man.
Alright.
As we leave, I asked Theren, hey, are you flush on daggers? Do you need any more?
I was gonna get some when we go up here to provisions.
I can make them for you.
Really?
We've got time. Yeah, I can just grab the materials. I can probably pop out 5 daggers in a night.
Just pop 'em.
Probably.
Pop,
It's
pop,
been a
pop.
while.
All right.
Well, we'll see what they got.
What's your blacksmith level?
Can you make dragon bone?
Gonna find out.
daggers?
No.
Or Daedric?
We're gonna go to that basic equipment place.
Okay. So you go across the street to another one of the big houses. As you guys walk across the street, you kind of have to traverse the square. Everyone there who has just kind of like a cart selling something. You have some people just selling fish from the river behind the castle. You have some people selling, basic forest wood. A lot of people are selling farming equipment and stuff like that in their carts. Farming harvest in their individual little carts. You guys are being eyed so intensely because you look like a bunch of out of towners as you're crossing. Everyone's just kind of
Do they recognize us, because we saved the city and shit, or?
They don't know who the hell we are.
Oh.
I look around the carts to see if there's any cart that may be worth stopping at for us.
So you see essentially there's a lot actually. It's a pretty big town square. For real.
That war horn.
I swear.
Got a Jaeger fight going on in the background.
I'm gonna have to close my window, but if I do, it's gonna get hot.
Oh my god. All right. So you see merchants for meats, cattle, hogs, chickens, sheep. You have some craft work, some artisans, some jewelry carts, lots of grain, fruits, wines, leather strips. You see just some basic metalwork stuff. A lot of, like I said, a lot of farm equipment, a lot of farming tools. There's some that just sell basically a whole bunch of different types of leather pouches. There's another tailor shop in that massive house as well. That's an individual shop. The basics of anything you guys could think that you need is probably in this vicinity.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you're looking for anything specific, just let me know.
That jewelry shop sounded enticing. We ought to hit that up before we go, just in case.
We do have diamonds.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, you guys walk into the equipment place?
Mhm.
Alright. You walk in to Dreis and Sons Provisions. You walk in and there is this teeny weeny counter, maybe 3 feet tall, with a bunch of little benches in front. Little for everyone but Alaric For you feel like just at home. The
Ah.
inside, the inside reminds you a lot more of like a dwarven craftsmanship and dwarven style architecture than any other house you've seen in this town. So you have a little sense of home right now.
I look to the other two. I'm like, this is the place to be.
Theren is quiet. He's
Good
sitting
place.
around. It's like, God.
You're like very attracted by this place. There's a lot of like more
Smells
square,
like
hard
piss
cut
in the air.
corners. A lot less woodwork, a lot more metal work, a lot of more like metal framing, but beautiful artisan architecture inside this entire shop. Well gilded and everything. So it looks pretty good for something in a small town. That dwarven handiwork. All right.
Yeah.
There's one relatively young dwarf. Probably a little younger than you, Alaric, just sitting behind the counter. He goes, "Welcome to the shop! The name's Krim Dreas."
Hello. Name's Alaric.
Alaric? From what family? I haven't seen you around here.
Not many people have. I'm a Centennia. Noble. Sorry, not noble. Nomad tribe that I haven't been with in some time.
I've heard of the Centennials.
Have you?
Good folk, good folk. How can I help you?
I am looking for your finest greatsword.
Absolutely, Mr. Centennia. Are you looking for anything in particular? I can have something made, I can have something ordered, I can work on something, I can refine something that you own.
I haven't had a greatsword yet. I have a great axe that I may be willing to part with. It's getting a little too inconsistent for me. It's not quite swinging as I am hoping for. Looking for something a little bit more under my control, a little bit more balanced for me. Just like to look at what you have.
Sure. I'll get you a few. So he goes out back, and then he goes up into the front, and you see basically a nice, actually rectangular shield, and behind it there was like a great sword going down and across. So he takes the shield off, he grabs that sword off the wall. He goes just a few feet further to the left. There was like two swords crossing on like a backdrop. He takes the second one off. He goes back to the table, and you essentially have like 4 different looking great swords in front of you.
Did you make all of these yourself?
It's the Dreas family tradition. That's what we're good at. It's what we do. It's how we make our living.
Well, I assume you supply the town then. Place like this, there can't be much competition.
I mean, there's a few that do their own stuff at home. In general, we don't get too many adventurers or fighters that go by here, but yeah, we do a lot of orders for the governor. Sometimes we get lucky, get some guys from surrounding towns, and find adventurers like yourself, Mr. Centennia, that walk by here.
Just call me Alaric. It's all right.
Absolutely.
I take a look at the swords.
Okay. So, 4 relatively different looking great swords. They're all quite long. I mean, great swords are pretty much the length of your body. So,
Yep.
Yeah. You see one that doesn't look balanced, but upon picking it up, it actually is perfectly balanced. It's got like a shorter hilt on one side and then like a longer kind of curved hilt on the other. Perfectly symmetrical blade, twisted hilt with just simple ball bearing at the end of it. That's one of them.
Okay.
Nice carvings on the hilt. Second one is very rudimentary, but quite fine looking as well. It's just basically a hilt with like no specific tip at the end, just a straight off hilt. Then it's got like a small plate of metal, and then a long, even sword that doesn't slim out for quite some time, and then at the end it kind of slims out, and it's got like a hook at the end. So instead of like coming up to a tip, it kind of like slims in a little, and then the tip just kind of hooks over. So it's got like a little bit of a hook at the end. Third one's your pretty much average looking one. Mixed steel and leather intertwining, like kind of curved wrapping on the bottom, leads again into a nice ball bearing that seems to have a jewel at the bottom of it. Perfectly nice steel. It's actually got some I don't know what that's called, but I've learned that before once when I went to a museum. You can just see like different markings inside the steel that kind of give it a more, instead of being like a uniform steel, it's got kind of like different shades of gray, just kind of all kind of like melted together in the steel, forms up into the tip. That's what, 3?
Yep.
4th one. Give me a second. Give me a second. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, Max, I think your thing unplugged again.
Wait, what? Hello?
Yeah. We're good?
What do you mean?
Hello? Hello? Alright.
Yeah, you're good. 4th one. He goes, this one isn't finished yet, but, I mean, this one is more just ready for any kind of, like, custom order. So it's basically just the blade, and then the tip without a hilt, and without a handle, and without, like, a ball bearing at the end. So it's just the steel. He goes, if you ever have any special requests for a hilt, any motif, design, character, animal, leather, work, jewel, embedded, this is just your plain steel, and I will work on the hilt.
Interesting. Okay. Of the 4, do any have any sort of, are they special at all? Are they, I mean, I'm going to be running them through quite a few people, but I'm curious if you put in any extra work into any one of these, or if they happen to be enchanted.
No.
Okay. How long would a custom order take?
Usually depends on how much you're willing to pay.
Interesting.
What's your timeline, buddy?
We're leaving town in about 2 days.
Fair enough.
If you were to incorporate bearskin instead of the traditional leather into the handle, and obviously intertwined with a hilt of sorts, how much would that run me?
I mean, the blade itself is of the finest steel. Perfectly balanced. You can balance it on the tip of your finger just as it is now, and after I'm done with the hilt, you'll be able to do the same. For the blade itself, and you want just the leather bearskin in it? Any other fanciness, or... I can do anything. You can go wild on me, sir.
I think that should do. I take it back. How about some bear claw around where I would grip as well, kind of almost armoring my hand, where there would be some claw over top.
That sounds like a challenge. I could work something like that. Do you have a thing for bears? Is it a fetish? I get it.
You could say that.
Majestic beasts. I totally get it.
I will simply say you don't want to find out.
I mean, you have a dead one on your shoulder, so I presume you have a thing for bears. It's one of those hunting stories, isn't it? Alright.
How much? My voice keeps changing. I suck at this.
Mine too. Alright. For the sword, 50 gold.
Just the blade itself?
Yes. Of the finest dwarven steel. If anything, you yourself should know how fine dwarven steel is. You won't find better in these parts.
I inspect the blade myself and see if it is of the finest dwarven steel.
Okay, have a look at it.
I look at it and go, 50 gold just for a blade. At most, I would pay 50 gold for the entire order.
Well, you look at the blade. It is crafted with dwarven craftsmanship. So, you know that you can trust the blade to do the job. Permanently. And that it will not snap, it will not crack. It is dwarven forged steel.
Okay.
You know this is a great sword, right?
I do.
If you want a long sword, we can do that too. If you're willing to save some coin. If you want a great sword. Good luck finding better.
All right. Great. So blade and order combined, what are we looking at? 50 gold for everything? Is that what you mean?
Would you be providing the bear leather?
No.
Okay.
Unless you're able to salvage it from this ratty thing.
There's a leather worker in town that probably could. Would probably be cheaper than me having to hire someone to go kill a bear and to bring me the skin back in 24 hours.
Fair enough. Okay.
Unless you want to go hunt one yourself and bring that back to me within a few hours.
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's a bit of a particular request. My apologies. Okay.
So how much are we looking at? Is it 50 if I give him the bear?
If you're providing me with the leather and it's nothing but the leather work into the hilt, and if I understand correctly, you want a paw overlapping your hand that holds the hilt.
Yes.
On one side only.
Yes.
Which would slightly unbalance the blade, so it would take more time for me to like fine tune it and rebalance the blade. I'll say 120.
I take out the great axe and I go, all right, great axe plus 80 gold.
Got anything else traded? He's like inspecting the great axe.
No. This came from one of the finest smiths in Fandalen.
Yes.
Don't you?
I actually know
Everyone.
a Fandalen.
Oh,
Everyone knows the stories of the mines.
we actually salvaged those mines.
This isn't a dwarven steel, you know that.
I'm aware.
Okay. I mean, 95.
Fine.
Fine.
I pay the man.
Okay. I'll try and have
Cool.
it ready by midday tomorrow.
Wonderful.
I'll get right on that.
And then Theren, believe he may actually have something. Oh, but actually, before I go, can I get also some materials to make some daggers of my own? It's been a while, and I want to take a shot at it.
Oh. Sure. What you looking? You need tools
Just-
or just materials?
I have the tools, just the materials, just for some simple iron daggers.
Yeah.
And potentially access to your smelt and forge, if possible.
Yeah, I can't do that, though.
Well, shit, okay. Well, I guess I'm done.
I can sell you materials, but, you know, Dwarven Forge,
I'm a dwarf!
family business.
I have a family!
Well, if you use the forge, you'd have to let me sell anything that you make.
No.
Uh.
Theren.
Alright.
I still look like,
Okay, I take out my katana.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's pretty used by now, I'm guessing. And I want him to kind of refine it, make it better. Maybe. So I mean it's a regular steel katana.
Yeah.
I kind of ask him if he can make it more of my style.
all right. He has to look at it and go, rookie. How much you willing to pay?
I don't know. What are you willing to do to it? Kind of tell me what you're gonna do to it, and
I can give you a bronze blade.
a bronze blade.
I can give you a nice dwarven bronze katana.
Ooh. How much?
$60.
60 gold.
Yeah.
All right.
Any special requests? That would up the ante, but if it's just making this thing but in something that won't snap in half, sure.
Let's say, are you able to inscribe on the blade the old order? That's my monastery.
Absolutely. Is there a symbol you'd wish me to engrave upon it, or?
Do you still got the picture I sent you of the room? Yeah, that's basically that. Oh, all right. I'll
Just
have to
find it
look
and send it
up.
back to me.
Okay, basically that. I want that on, right above, and then after that, you're gonna have the old order.
All right. I'll do that before the aliens start abducting us. It's like where are the worlds out there?
Right?
All right. So he takes it in. He goes, do you care about this at all?
No,
All right.
the hilt and everything. You're gonna make a new one and everything. I'm not the hilt, but the sheet.
Yeah, for the engraving in the sheath, an extra like 5 gold.
All right, I'll do that.
All right. Would you like a back sheath or belt sheath?
I
Either or.
usually tuck it in like where I tie my the bottom robes and my monk robes. I usually tuck it in there.
Okay. All right. Same thing. I'll have that ready within not too long.
Okay.
I actually just cooked up a fresh batch of bronze, so
Nice.
all right. Cool.
And that'll be it.
Sounds good. You, my pointy-faced friend.
What's up?
Sup?
I got nothing to buy from this guy, honestly. So I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm not a weapon master. I'm just their. I write down all their adventures and stuff.
Oh, scribe.
Yeah.
From which region are you from?
Do I know where I'm from?
Boys. Jesus.
Like I know according to my backstory,
I
but
like
I don't want
60
to like.
characters. Remember, you have 1. Okay.
Well, as far as I know, I was born and raised in Neverwinter.
Okay. Village of Small Embers. We'll forget he asked that question, and we will establish which region you're from, because we never established that.
I'm
Flaw!
from
Alright. Pick a region on the Sword Coast map after. Okay. Sounds good.
right.
Nice meeting you, boys. Name's Krim. I'll see you tomorrow. I presume you'll come back in here together midday.
Of course.
Sounds like a plan. I'll get right on it then.
Cool.
Does his shop look like all beat up like the other shop we were in?
Yes. But his seems, like he has a lot of empty spots on the walls. But, he's got some stuff left in there as well. He's quite messy, actually. Short, fair-haired dwarf, actually, again, with, like, the nice braided beard in the front. But he's quite messy. Like, you get the impression that this guy's been working night and day to replenish his stock himself.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We head out.
Okay. Where you guys going?
Do you want to go to that jeweler and sell the gems?
Yeah. Who's carrying the haversack, by the way?
I think Theren.
Okay, so this is gonna be Theron's run.
All right.
Let's go to Kevin Jewelers.
All right. You see one woman, elderly, but with like nice fine hair, just kind of tied and like kind of leaning over her shoulder with 3 knots just all the way down. Fine clothed. You approach her cart. Says, "Welcome! Welcome! What can I do you for, gentlemen?"
Look over to Theren.
Theron's like so confused right now.
My fine elven friend would like to sell some gems we've acquired.
He's never seen an old lady before.
Oh.
Cause like, oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
You know how like elves stay young for like ever.
Oh, can't hear him.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good.
There we
Yeah.
go.
All right, now. I couldn't hear nobody for a sec, but what were you guys saying?
We are at the jeweler, and you're selling the gems because you have the haversack.
Oh. All right.
Unless, for whatever reason, you don't want to.
Well, we got rid of the pearl, or I got rid of the pearl, and we got the diamonds.
Max, you have wind in your mic. I didn't hear a damn thing you said.
All right, so I kind of just take out the 3 diamonds,
Okay,
Can you not hear?
now I hear you.
and I take out the 3 diamonds, and I kind of lay them out.
Okay. She goes, "Oh." She kind of pulls out that eyeball thing and like kind of leans straight down. She like takes a good awkward like 4 or 5 minutes to look at him. Yeah, she kind of like sitting there waiting. She looks back up. She goes, "2 are true diamonds.
2 what?
2 are true diamonds. There's what, 3?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
3 diamonds.
2 of them are true.
Okay. What about the other one?
It's not.
Also, it's like a fake diamond.
Yes. It's of another gem. You could. I'd buy it off your hands for 15 silver.
Is she full of shit?
Are you doing an insight check?
I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing.
10 plus 0. 10.
All right.
I got
Looks like
modified
not a fucking-
17.
18,
17.
17. Okay. You think she's bullshitting you?
Okay.
Fuck her up.
I look at her and I go, "Listen, I don't know if you know who we are, but we basically just saved your town. Like right now, we could have probably been burying you. I don't know, but these 3 diamonds are gonna help us basically make sure the town is safe. Like, we need to sell these diamonds and go buy what we need to go fight these guys and whatever they're trying to do. And you trying to rip me off is not really going to help the cause."
Okay. Roll I'll say roll like an intimidation check. Just for fun.
Okay.
Well, dude's got strength of 19 now. He's got a pretty good modifier. Oh, wait, no, it's charisma, isn't it?
Yeah. That's going to be straight up 19. So I got 0 for charisma.
Okay. Listen,
Oh,
dear boy.
She's seen some shit, guys. Damn.
Diamonds are worth roughly 100 gold piece each.
Okay.
I currently have 230 on me.
Well, what do you have that you can possibly give me as an equal value?
I can exchange rubies for diamonds. Necklaces for diamonds. We can work out something of equal value. And she just starts kind of pointing out a bunch of like rings and like signets.
Are those any of them of magic?
We really want magic stuff.
I see that. Jesus.
I kind of like show her my ring and I go like this.
She goes, oh, that's very fine. I mean, I have something that looks similar, and she just pulls out like a golden ring, basically.
I tell her what it was and everything, like the magic property of it.
Wow. I mean, wow. If you want, I have this tiara over here that might increase your defense when in battle. She kind of shows you like this silver tiara with like an emerald kind of in the center of it. Clearly made for women. By chance she goes, this should shield the wearer when in battle.
I kind of point over to correct one. Check this out real quick.
I try to put it on, and it doesn't fit because I got horns.
Oh, you're the feminine one of the group. Yes,
Yes.
it look beautiful on you, darling. You should wear this when in battle.
Can I check it?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Do I have to wear it on my head, or can I just like tie it around my belt or some shit like that?
You presume you'd have to wear it on your head.
Just
I
check
don't
it.
want it.
Magical items are
I'll
often
check
an
it to see if
attunement. So to attune to it, you'd have to like focus on the crown, be the crown, become the crown.
Check to see if she's telling the truth by making an Arcana check. Then
Okay, are you doing an Arcana check or an Insight check?
Arcana.
Okay.
Oh wow. Shit. I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5.
That's like an 8.
You know, he doesn't know.
Not really my style, guys.
It's hard to tell. You're just kind of distracted by the fact that you're actually holding a tiara right now and that you're actually considering buying it. So you're just kind of distracted by all of that.
I kind of look to the guys and I go, I tell them what she told me, and I go, let's just, do you guys want to just hold on to one diamond and sell the 2?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Sure.
All right. So I look at her and go, I'll sell you the 2 diamonds and I'll keep 1. And if you we'll come back later and hopefully you have more gold and we'll sell you the other one.
Sounds perfect. If ever you're interested, I can take that remaining diamond and integrate it into tiara for your friend.
What do you think, princess?
I say no.
Just a thought. Excellent. I'll round it off to the equal value.
Okay.
She gives you like straight up 200.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what, 50 apiece. Okay.
Yeah.
So I do that and I put the other diamond in the haversack.
All right. So take 2 diamonds out of your inventory. All right. Anyone
If
else?
I had a tiara with an emerald and a diamond on it, though, that would be great.
Okay.
How long has it been since we started shopping? Like, we haven't seen like the cart come by or anything.
Make a perception check.
Damn it. 8.
8? I haven't seen any cards. Not a 1.
Well, I tell the fellas I'm gonna go take care of some business. But what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna wander and see if I can find a smithy to make Theren some extra daggers.
I mean, you have a smithy's toolkit, right?
Yeah,
So
but like smith's tools, to me in my head, I'm like,
Like the
I
mini
can't
version.
melt metal, like, or is that something I can do with smith's tools? Because it doesn't really explain it in the handbook.
I mean, I presume it includes like basic stuff to be able to craft at a minimum daggers. So I presume that
It's like a travel kit that I can heat up some daggers in.
No, but say you would like start a fire, you would maybe have just like the equivalent of like a mini like smelter that you could then just kind of mold. I figured you'd have like small smelter, mold, hammer, tongs, and like the equivalent of an anvil that can be carried around. Just like basic stuff.
Cool. Like, can I go back and buy the materials then?
Yeah.
For the sake of time?
Yeah. Just tell me how much you want to buy.
I want to buy 5 daggers worth, because I can make 10 gold worth, and daggers are 2 gold.
Okay, repeat that.
That 5 daggers worth of materials.
Yeah. So you go back to the guy, and he asks for like 7 silver.
Okay, cool. Do that. And then does he carry rations, like dry rations?
He wouldn't, but one of the carts around would, no problem.
Can I buy like 40 dry rations?
40 rations? Yes. You guys are going to
Like
start weighing this
10
shit.
per?
40 rations is going to cost you... 40 rations. 80 silver?
80 silver? All right. Cool.
Is there?
I put those in the haversack.
Okay, 1 second. 40 rations.
Yeah, they're really
it's gonna
cheap
be-
when we bought like
It's going to be
20.
like
It's
40
like a-
pounds.
It's a bunch of granola bars.
It's going to be like 40 pounds.
What
All
the-
right, we can put 80. So,
What's all in the haversack?
we took everything out.
It's empty.
Yeah, because
Don't you still have like an
Barash's
armor in
shield-
there?
Barash's shield is in there. Wait, we have a farmer?
no, we have
No, an armor.
Oh, I
Armor.
thought you said a farmer. I was
Oh,
like,
that's right.
excuse me?
There's
You have
that
like
armor
a
set
full
that we
armor in
found
there, don't you?
that we found at in the Lost Mine.
Let's go sell that shit.
no, because we gave that back to that one guy because it belonged to him.
That's right.
Yes, you gave that back to Sildar, but the
Yeah.
golden guy that you fought at Greenest, didn't you take like his sword and his armor?
Wait, no,
Because what I have wrote down is rations, a gallon of ale.
What the fuck? We've had beer the whole time?
But no goblets, so you need to buy
I've got,
some
like-
goblets.
We tried to
Or
put a goblet in
tankards.
it, but
We got a flute, a flask of acid, 2 clay pots of green slime.
that's all. I thought that's what I have on me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because on my personal inventory, I have that, but then in the haversack, I have rations, which we distributed when we had the.
Yeah, I figure you guys were out of rations. Completely.
Yeah, that's why we almost died.
And I think it was Horcrux that was carrying around the shield and Barash's shield. And but then he ended up giving you back your great axe, but we still had your shield.
Yeah, I sold my great axe just now.
Yeah, because
Oh.
that we weren't going to be able to fit that shield in the haversack, so it was too big, too wide.
I can take the shield back if Horcrux doesn't want it anymore. I don't know what came over me in that battle. I don't know what the hell happened. Thank you for picking up my shit.
I'll take it off in a hand.
And
Oh,
I
yeah, but
strap it over my back.
If we put those 40 pounds of rations, we still have another 40 on the front, and then 20 on each side.
Yeah.
So we still have another, 60 pounds we can put in it?
All right, as long as you're keeping track of that, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep
That's
track.
why I got this.
10 intelligence right here. Fucking brains of the group.
All right.
So I'll make a note of that. So that's what 40 pounds.
Yeah, 40 pounds of rations.
It's a lot of food.
We got all the granola bars.
All right.
So 40
All the
pounds
jerk.
of rations. So it's 1 pound 1 ration.
Like 1 pound is like a day's ration.
Okay.
So we got like 10 days worth, but because of 4 of us.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because basically it says here it's roughly like 5 silver for 2 pounds, which is a day of rations. So like I whatevered it up.
We got a discount.
Yeah.
Hero discount.
Sort of. Bulk purchasing Costco discount. Okay, so before we continue, we'll take a quick little break, and then we can do another, like, 15 minutes. Just because I want to get something to drink.
Cool.
Okay. Welcome back. So, continuing where we were, you guys just finished selling some jewels. What's the party doing?
I kind of want to go back to where the smithy is, and I'm gonna ask him, see if he's able to do something. If not, then I'll just wait until I go back to Van Dalen.
Okay, what do you want to ask him?
Okay, so I take out my monk staff, and I show him to him, and I tell him if he is able to where it can like connect and disconnect into 3 parts.
Okay, so what does your staff look like right now?
It's just a wooden staff.
Okay.
And I kind of try to explain to him like where it's just a solid staff, and where I can just like hit people with it. But if I want to, it can come apart into 3 parts, kind of like nunchucks. I try nunchucks.
Yeah. Is it gonna? Yeah, I don't really work in wood.
What about if you were to be able to do it in dwarven?
I mean, I could make you a dwarven staff that might be able. So like, you want chains in between the 3 parts that just lock?
Yeah, that lock in and can unlock. Basically, where I can swing somebody when it's all locked in, and then at will do that. And if you can do that, I'll pay pretty handsomely.
So I'm not gonna lie,
See,
I've never done something like that before.
Mhm.
So what do you think that's worth? And what material do you want it made of?
We just lost Horcrux.
Uh-oh.
Horcrux vanishes to the hells.
Alright. We're back again. So, you're explaining him that you want those nunchucks?
Yeah, I tell him, I would pay pretty well for him. So, seeing that he's probably never worked with, never done something like that, and if he can pull it off, then he'll have a loyal customer.
I'd really like to pull something like that off. I don't know how long it would take me. It might take me,
Okay.
since I gotta work on your friend's greatsword and your
About
katana.
that.
And your katana. This would take me a few days, at least just because I want to make sure that I figure out how to integrate the chain and make sure it's effective. I'd like to consult maybe, Ma and Pop on just the whole structure of it all.
Right,
I
well,
could
yeah.
get of a bronze that would match your katana if you want to be, fancy schmancy and match.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty good. I think we're gonna be here a while, so I'm willing to wait.
If you can,
You want me to front you money?
maybe like a week.
Okay. Do you want me to front you any money that you might need for the material? Or do
I
you have-
honestly, I don't know how much this will cost material-wise. I am not going to lie to you. I have no clue. But with the work and the time that this would take, it's probably going to be over 100. So if you could give me 100 and whatever difference is, we can work it out.
Okay. I'll give you 150 gold.
Right on you. I'll let you know if materials and everything come out to a little more.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know. It's just because I don't know how much time this is gonna take me. So that'll be like the main factor, and I'll figure out how to balance it effectively and everything.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for the
Alright.
challenge. I appreciate that. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Most people just want sword, shield,
No,
dagger,
no.
sword, shield. I like a challenge. Much appreciated.
Okay.
All right.
I give him a low 5.
Dwarves and elves working together. Mr. Centennia, Alaric.
About that great sword I commissioned
Mhm.
just not an hour ago.
Like 7 minutes.
That. I'm a fairly indecisive dwarf. Some would say not very smart. I don't want you to make a great sword. Is it too late to ask you to make a great axe with the same specifications? The one I gave you, as you said, it was not dwarven made. It down the road potentially may have some problems. I would love something from your shop that is balanced, a beautiful great sword with the bearskin leather hilt and the bear claw around one side as well.
I mean, a
And,
great axe is a two-hander, right? So you want two bear
great
claws?
axe. I'm saying. I mean, a great sword is a two-hander as well.
But you can fit both hands under the hilt. The great sword, the great axe kind of hold it like this. So do you want two bear claws, where each hand
That
goes?
sounds great, and then it might be easier to balance.
Not really, but
No,
no.
like I said, some would say I'm not very smart.
I've never done an overlapping hilt for an axe, but we can make it work.
What would you suggest as an alternative? I want to incorporate as many parts of the bear into this as possible.
If I could tell you to have faith in me, and I'll make it look really awesome.
All right.
I know what a bear looks like.
Okay.
I will make it bearish and the most dwarven bear axe you've ever seen.
Make it very good.
He kind of pulls out like a mug of ale that he had down below. Swig.
Yeah.
All right. Hands you one. To puns.
That's all I needed.
I'll work it for the same price.
Oh, great. Yeah. Sorry to inconvenience you on that. I hope you hadn't
No
got started in
problem.
those 7 minutes we were gone.
All right. Okay. So he works on that.
Okay.
Okay. You guys head out of that store. As you head out of that store, I want everyone to roll a perception check.
Everyone?
Well,
Me too,
except
me too.
for. I mean,
Fuck.
With
sure,
advantage
really.
because we're so happy with all the shopping we've been doing.
I mean, we would be looking around like whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hold
whoa.
on. Let me-
Like, we totally have advantage because we're so excited about all the shopping we've done, right?
yeah, you guys
I
are
got
like shopping.
22.
22, Theren?
Yeah, modified. Yeah.
What did everyone else get?
7.
3.
Oh. Max, did you roll?
Yeah,
What'd you get?
11.
Oh, okay. You just look up for a second
Eh.
and... Thought you heard something. Okay. Theren, as you guys walk out, you spot two things. which are all kind of in the same angle. Since the hills kind of roll down into Greenest, top of the hills you see a group of caravans, all just kind of following each other towards the city.
I go. Oh, Christ. Alaric. Caravans, wagons, people, maybe reinforcement.
Awesome.
Should we try to meet them at the gate before they make it into the city? And see if it's like bad caravan
How far
or
is the
good
gate?
caravan? Yeah.
There's no gate. It's just an open city.
Oh, okay. I kind of look at them and say, "You think it's for us?"
Do we
I don't know.
recognize the style of the caravan? Like,
I'm just gonna start making my way up to where they're coming from.
Okay. So
I don't
you make
really
your way
know
towards
what to
the
expect,
entrance down. As you make your way, the other thing you saw is you noticed in the crowd, Johan walking towards you guys.
Your hand.
Johan! So as you guys start
I go,
moving,
"What's up?"
he walks towards you guys. Shh. What's up, my dudes? Glad to see you're alive. Did we lose a few members? That would be unfortunate.
We don't know.
Oh.
We still don't know where Frank is. Have you seen Frank?
No.
Fern seems to be on a vision quest or something. I don't know if she'll be coming back, but Frank disappeared. He was supposed to come back to Greenest.
Well, I've been here forever, so I haven't seen him at all. Fern was the tall, fuzzy lady, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even know her.
She probably called you Drive Guy.
A drive guy. Yeah. She called you dwarf guy.
Yep.
Good with names, that one.
Mm-hmm.
High IQ. Anyways, he pulls a marbled raven out of his pocket.
Oh, shit!
I snatch him out of his hand and like push him aside, like, "Get it."
Alright. Back to the pub for me. Have a nice day. Should I wait for you guys anywhere? Should I drive you guys anywhere? Are we good?
We're good for now, I think.
Being
We're
paid
good.
by the day, so life's pretty easy for me right now.
Who's
How mu-
paying you?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't drive you here for free.
I'm not paying you.
Willie's boss is paying me.
Oh.
Oh.
How much is he paying you?
Have a nice day, fellas. And he just walks away.
I immediately check the raven.
Okay. At the touch of your fingertips, the raven just kind of sprouts to life. And just like an arcane letter and voice just starts speaking out to you. You hear the voice of Sildar. Speaks out, essentially saying, "Fine gentlemen, friends of Greenest, friends of Fandalen, hoping you're still alive by the time you receive this message. Please send word back that you are. We're getting quite concerned here, the council. We heard word of reinforcements. They're on their way. For whatever we can do, we've contacted the organizations involved that should be aware respectively. We'll be looking into it on our side. Meanwhile, whatever information you have, please send it back. If ever you do return to Fandalen sometime soon, please take the time to do your business. We have a potential property offer for you and your gang upon your return. Send me news and ask me anything you must. We'll gather what information we can from the Fandalen Council, your patrons, and friends. Silda."
Did you guys hear that? We're landowners.
Just at the end, it kind of pops up and says, FYI, Theren and Halia are on their way. Be prepared. Those two in a caravan for a few weeks will not be pretty. Farewell! The message vanishes.
Beer.
And that's where we'll stop it for here.
Wait, Halia is Alaric's boss lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
And Theren is the member of the Lord's Alliance. He kind of got that there used to be a thing between those two. Yeah. So they're on their way. Woo! So exciting. Bring them back in.
This wagon smells like sex.
Smells like butt this.
This wagon smells like sex. Alright, say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. So that was episode 14. It was nothing but a bunch of shopping. Next few episodes are going to be them just kind of chilling in town, taking it easy. So that was pretty cool. Shout out to Dino Shark. Dude, thank you for the sub while the recording was playing. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Pillow Platoon. I appreciate that very much. September, if you sub to the Twitch channel right now, your first sub is only $2.50 for the month of September instead of the full $4.99, $2.49 actually. And if you have Twitch Prime, it's a free sub. So Dino Shark, welcome to the awesome elite member of Snooze Army, the Pillow Platoon. Thank you for that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm going to be ending the stream now, so thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed everything. It was a good little interaction with NPC type game, so more of that to come when their patrons, Halia and Theren Edermath, arrive, who are characters that you have not yet met on stream, but that you will now. Characters have a bit of a past with them, so it's going to be fun. Next Sunday, we're going to be playing another episode. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. I'll be putting this up on YouTube. Don't forget to follow, sub, subscribe, a follow thing. Later, guys. Drop them pillows in chat. Drop them pillows. Gonna get some tunes back in here. That tavern music is real. Have a good one, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Bye. See you Tuesday.